Listen. Pay close attention, right?
You are listening to Essar Radio.
We have the power to win the world. Let's go, everybody.
Essar Radio. You, me or hum.
Hello and welcome to Essar Radio, You, Me or Hum. It's a brand new week and I hope that you've had a good weekend, feeling all refreshed and recharged. I know these are difficult times, weird even, for some of us we're losing track of, Arey, aaj kya din hai kind of a thing. But, thanks to technology, we're able to stay in touch and we're able to carry forward most of our, business-related activities, work-related activities as well. But challenging times without a doubt. Now on today's show, we have a very, very special guest. He's somebody that we love listening to and someone who has great thoughts and perspectives. It's our delight to have Prashant Ruia, Director, Essar Capital, with us on Essar Radio today.
Leader Speak. Only on Essar Radio. You, me or hum.
Welcome to the show, sir. I mean, we know that you're a workaholic, and given this situation of the lockdown, let's start with really hearing from you, sir. How are you coping with it?
Well, Supriya, for me, not much has changed in terms of work. Like all my colleagues at Essar, I'm also working from home. And I've realized that you can get as much done from home than we would get from the office. In fact, on some days, I'm actually getting more done working from home than in the office. So it's principally a similar day as the office. It's meetings lined up through the day, and then we catch up with all our operating teams from our businesses, board meetings, various meetings. We've set up a monitoring committee to address the COVID situation. So those committee meetings, and that's principally how the day goes by.
Right. But, apart from work, what else is keeping you busy during this lockdown?
The good part about being at home is that we get quality time to spend with the family. Both our kids, Ashna and Arvan, who are studying currently in the US, are both back home. And it's great to get some quality time with them for an extended period. Also, I find it's been great to catch up with many of my old friends whom during the normal bustle of the day or of the weeks, we have not found time to catch up with. So all in all, this has been a very satisfying last 1 week.
Well, that's great to hear, and I'm sure that family time means a lot to, all of us. Now, can you give our listeners a bit of an overview about all that Essar is doing in response to the COVID-19 crisis?
I think the response of Essar and all our people has been quite remarkable. Obviously, the safety of our people is paramount. This is something which we've always prided ourselves on. And therefore, even before the lockdown, many of the actions like social distancing, work from home, many of these policies were brought in and implemented even before the lockdown. I was a big advocate of the lockdown, and so I must commend the government for making this bold move of 21 days. We have set up a monitoring committee with all the senior management of Essar. This monitoring committee is now meeting daily and is addressing all the issues which arise out of the COVID crisis. It's a difficult time, no question about it. This is a time which many of us have not seen in our lifetime. Having said that, we still have to carry on. Many of our facilities are essential services, and so they continue to operate. And I really commend the people, the men and women of Essar who continue to come daily and make all our facilities operate and all our back offices operate. Our IT teams, our security teams, so many people are working dedicatedly to continue to keep the wheels turning. And I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of them. We are all grateful for this. On another front, the Essar Foundation is also very much focused on providing support to the wider and larger community. So everything from supplying masks and suits and ventilators for hospitals to providing food for the labor who are currently finding themselves in a very difficult position, and then also to participating in the various government-aided programs like the Prime Minister Cares Fund are all being discussed by the foundation, and many things are already happening. Many efforts are already working. are already in motion. And we will continue to do a lot more to support the community around us and to play our part in being good corporate citizens.
Absolutely necessary steps that have been taken. On SR Radio today, this is Supriya with you. And yes, we are in conversation with our very, very special guest, Mr. Prashant Ruia, Director, SR Capital, on the show. So, we've been reading about how SR is poised to make a grand comeback with investment-led growth. Do you think the COVID-19 pandemic will affect SR's businesses in that sense?
Essar has been working tirelessly over the last 3 years to address many of the issues which the country and the regulatory framework put on us. As many of you know, we have significantly reduced our debt. Our balance sheet is a lot stronger, and we are significantly leaner, lighter, and stronger to take on the future. We were actually getting ready to launch a investment-led growth program as part of our third phase of what we've been trying to do. The first phase was the deleveraging, which is largely now completed. The second phase was consolidation. We were hoping to complete that consolidation phase by June. And the third phase was, again, growth under the SR 2.0 program. Obviously, the COVID-19 will have a global impact. We are all still assessing what is the total impact it's going to have on the global and Indian economy. Suffice to say, we are certainly going to see a very difficult 1 or 2 quarters where we will see demand destruction, and that's something which is already visible across the board. So whatever plans we have, obviously will need to be calibrated, keeping in mind the COVID-19 pandemic. Having said that, I want to say that, we fortunately, compared to many other groups, I think we are in a fairly strong position now. We have completed our asset sales and debt reduction prior to this crisis. Of course, we could never have foreseen this crisis, but looking back, we are really happy that we have completed the program which we have prior to the crisis. And going forward, we therefore are in a much better position compared to many to take advantage when the bounce back comes. We have to be careful. We have to conserve cash across the board. We have to be vigilant of our cost structure till this situation improves. But once it does, I'm confident that the markets will revive and it will present us significant opportunity to invest and grow once again.
That is so very true. But, I'm also very sure that we're all very hopeful about the future. On SR Radio today, we are in conversation with our very special guest, Prashant Ruia, Director, SR Capital. I hope you've been enjoying our conversation here. Moving on into our last segment here. I know time flies, but what to do? Well, sir, what is the message that you would like to give all the Essarites during these difficult times?
So, Priya, first, the biggest message from my side is to stay safe. Please follow the rules. The social distancing rules, the hygiene rules are all being administered by the government and by the World Health Organizations for a reason. And though in India we still see many people flouting these rules, my earnest request to each and every one of you would be to ensure that not only you follow the rules, but people around you follow the rules. Having said that, these are clearly unprecedented times, but I remain optimistic. I remain optimistic that the world will very soon, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, find a vaccine. I remain optimistic that they will find a cure. And once that happens, then all these negative doomsday predictions, which are going around WhatsApps these days, will come to an end. We will find a solution to this problem. And I think then we will have a recovery. Whether that recovery happens in 1 quarter, 2 quarters, or 3 quarters is something which I can't say. But I am confident that we will have a recovery. And especially SR will come out of this stronger and ready to accept the challenge and to embrace the new world order in an aggressive way.
Wonderful. And finally, sir, we know that, you're quite the fitness freak. And despite being so busy, you've always found time for your workouts. Are there any health tips or pointers or, success mantras that you want to share with everybody who's tuned in?
This is a great opportunity to actually get your fitness in place. The easiest thing to do during this time is to eat more and not exercise. That's something which I certainly don't advocate. I think it's a great time to eat in control or have a healthy diet and exercise. There's lots we can do, even though you can't go to the gym. There are many online apps which present hundreds of options of classes, whether you want to do cardio or whether you want to do weights. So I would encourage each and every one of you to eat healthy, get access to these online apps, don't give excuses, and do your 1 hour of exercise every day. And of course, walking is something which can be added, given that everybody has a lot more free time on their hands.
That's true. And I hope that, a lot of us take pointers from that and ensure that we're remaining physically active and fit as well during this time. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, sir, on the show today.
And I look forward to doing this more often and communicating with each and every one of you. Stay safe, and we hope to see you very soon back at work. Thank you.
Absolutely. We look forward to it as well. Thank you again. And for all of our listeners, I hope you've enjoyed today's SR Radio. We promise to be back tomorrow with more conversations, more interesting things to look out for, and more perspectives that we'll bring to you. You guys stay safe, take care of yourselves, follow all the precautionary measures, and ensure that you are doing your bit to, really help with the current COVID-19 situation. Take care, and I'll see you soon. This is Supriya saying bye-bye.